14-acre property here in Philipsburg, Montana. This is adjoining Deer Lodge National Forest. So in your backyard, you've got thousands of acres of national forest at your disposal. This is in Granite County, Montana. Georgetown Lake is right there. Discovery ski area is right there. Really a special property. I'm going to go through some of the basics here, talk about some FAQs, things like, development, how to access the property. A lot of questions about, how can I go to the property? We do offer a self-service model. So I'm going to teach you how to get to this property and tell you what I know about it. So I went there in person over the summer. Again, these are some drone photos that we took. I'm clicking through, just kind of starting you with some of these images. And I won't spend too much time on it because it is on our website. What our business does, a little bit into this valley here, what our business does, Wilco Land, is we buy and sell raw land. We're a small business based out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And our job is to source vacant land deals and turn them around. We offer cash discounts for cash buyers and seller financing terms on all of our properties. So what I was hoping to do is find a picture of the road maybe before I moved on to access. So the first thing I want to cover in this video is how to access this piece of land. And you can see, here's the access road right here. So you can see that we're driving in. And I won't touch too much on it. I'll let you look through some of these photos, but I parked up here. You can see if you cleared the property out, you'd have some amazing views. We kind of showed you that from the drone imagery. You clear this property out, you've got some amazing views from up top of the property. So I'll let you kind of look through the pictures. What'll be better is if I give you a visual of kind of what I think about it. So for those looking to access the property, we share a lot of information about the listing here inside of here. So we've got parcel ID, we've got the zoning information. You can go to the county website and read about the zoning. I've got some more zoning information here. So access, I actually am making this video with an update to access. So I've learned a little bit more about access recently, and here's the rest of the information. So to access it, you're going to use GPS coordinates. I recommend using an app like Onyx. And all I'm doing here is copying and pasting those GPS coordinates in here. So I'm searching GPS coordinates. Usually it pops up right here, and it's going to bring you to owner information. So this isn't updated yet. Wilco LLC owns this property, but the road you take up there is going to be this Forest Service road. And a better image of it, you can see it's adjacent to the campground, but you can see this road much more defined here. As I zoom in on Google Earth, this is a Forest Service road heading up there. This is another Forest Service road. These are publicly accessible. I've been getting a lot of questions about, hey, I'm worried about crossing through these other properties. Well, the definition of a U.S. Forest Service road, right? You're going to go hunt on Forest Service land. It's accessible, publicly accessible. Therefore, you won't need an easement passing through other landowners' properties. That's my understanding. I can't guarantee access to anybody. I mean, the access, the terrain, and everything is factored in with the price that we have it listed at. The property has a lot of flat area up top. I mean, these are your definite, building sites up here. Like I said, you clear some trees and you have a pretty cool view of the valley, and Georgetown Lake is right here. So Georgetown Lake's right here. Discovery ski area is right here. I mean, you're super close to Discovery. You're super close to Georgetown Lake. It's a special location. Like I said, this is a gem of a location. Access is rough. You're going to want to take a 4x4 vehicle. How am I going to know where I'm at on the property? I suggest using Onyx. I've got a blog tutorial showing you the benefits of Onyx. So if you have the premium subscription, which is like $60 a year or $90, there's a free week trial. It'll show property lines like this. So see how my mouse is on the computer? You can click through it. You can walk through the property looking down at your phone. You want to download the map before you go in case you lose cell phone connection. But you walking around the property, your phone will be tracking you. You can see that dot. That's how it worked for me and a lot of properties I look at using this app. You can also see the roads defined here. You can also see Deer Lodge National Forest adjoining this. So like I said, you're going to take that access route. It's pretty good access up until right. So you don't go quite past the chapel. You keep going at this chapel up here. This is really great road right here. Then it veers off into these dirt roads, and you're going to want to take the low road. So that far left, it looks like you go by this big open field, and then you stay right and you tuck in back here. So like I said, a U.S. Forest Service road, And then you've got your property here. You've got building sites up top. It's steep in the middle. It's a steep property in the middle. I mean, you could backcountry ski on it. It's steep enough. I didn't measure the angle, but it's steep in the middle. I was huffing and puffing when I walked down to the bottom of the property and back up. Maybe I'm just out of shape. But down to the bottom of the property, there's a nice meadow. There's a little stream down there and a spring. There's a lot of flat buildable areas down below. The hard part's going to be building a road probably in the middle. Not saying it's impossible, but just something to consider. There is an access route. Hypothetically, the previous owner was they accessed it through Cable Mountain Campground. So there's a campground down here. It's Cable Mountain Campground. And I started to take it. I was curious about it. So when I walked the property, when you walk to the bottom of it down here, there's a road. It's a very defined, like we have some of the pictures of it on the website. It's a very defined dirt road. And it's a gray area. I can't guarantee anything on this dirt road down here. You'd have to perform due diligence. You have to cross over Forest Service roads. Like maybe they'll issue a permit to go through. My assumption is you can hike in no matter what. This is National Forest. You can always park at the campground, hike in. I was able to make it in a pickup truck back here a little bit, but I got turned around, and I just wanted to access this upper portion, which is much more defined. So, this is a gray area. I don't know. Maybe the Forest Service issues a permit. Maybe it's allowed. I mean, maybe, it's something you'll have to consider and do some due diligence on your own. There is, no matter what, always going to be, access via walk-in, as it's surrounding National Forest. Again, this is probably your best access route. Makes building at the bottom of the portion of the property a little bit less attractive because of that steep slope in the middle. So anyhow, that's what we're looking at here. Now I talked about access. Like I said, use the app Onyx. Super helpful, right? You can see these roads on Onyx. You can follow your cursor, download the maps. I've got a blog on how to use it. I don't have much else to say on this property. We've got most of it posted inside the website listing. We've got the photos. I talked about maybe some of those buildable areas. I talked about the Forest Service road, a little bit about our business. So up here, you're looking at well, septic, utilities are undeveloped. I mean, this is an off-grid property. No utilities have been set up on the property yet. There's some old cabins that have kind of been run down on it, like an old outhouse is on the property. A couple features like that I actually believe are further down and probably on the lot. So yeah, kind of touching base on everything here. You can see some of the pictures of the road as well, but that's it. I'm checking out for right now. My name is Miles McLaughlin. Have any questions? Give me a call, 605-250-1256.